So Ollama released the structured outputs. Ollama now supports structured outputs, making it possible to constrain a model's output to a specific format defined by the JSON schema. Now we are going to look at some Python examples, but we always wanted structured outputs. Initially, when we were beginning to work with LLMs, it was really great that it could generate anything and everything. But as we move on to the more practical applications, we want a sort of a structure. We should be able to know in advance in what format the LLM is going to respond. So this is the JSON structured outputs. Ollama now supports JSON outputs or structured outputs, making it possible to constrain a model's output to a specific format defined by the JSON structure. The Ollama Python and JavaScript library have been updated to support these structured outputs. Use cases for the structured output includes parsing documents, parsing different data from the documents, extracting data from images, structuring all language response, and more reliability and consistency than the JSON mode. So we can get started. I have already created a few examples. I'm gonna go to my folder and do cmd here, and then I'm gonna say code space dot enter. Now before using any of this, you need to have Ollama installed. So you can go to ollama.com, go to download button here, and depending on the different operating systems that you have, Windows, Linux, OS, you can get the installation file, download this, and you're good to go. So to check if you have Ollama running, you can go to cmd, and then you can say Ollama. So this will start up, or this should show the different elements, different commands that you have for Ollama. In order to start Ollama, you can say Ollama serve. This will start the Ollama. Now I'm already have started this Ollama, and this is serving the local port of 11434. So we have Ollama here. Let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and here I have an environment here. So I created an environment using this command, go on the create-n, then the name of the environment, which is Ollama FC, and I will use Python 3.12 and dash 3.12 and dash y. Using this command, you will be able to create a new environment, and then you're going to activate this environment. You're going to say conda activate Ollama underscore fc. So we are inside this environment now. First and foremost, we need to install Ollama. So pip install Ollama, and this is going to install Ollama. We also need a Pydantic, so we need to install Pydantic as well. So I'm going to say pip install Pydantic here. This will install Pydantic as well, and after that we can go and test a few examples here. So the first example that I'm going to show you is this example here. So we see that we have the imports here. From Pydantic we import the base model and validation error. From Ollama we import the async client, and this is one of the structures. For example, you have defined a class known as friend info, which inherits from the base model. Now each of the friend has a name, an age, and is available, which is a boolean here. Now this is the friend list. So friend list will have the list of friends, and each of the friend will support this structure where each of the friend will have a name, an age, and an is available. So we start up the client here, async client. We get the response. We are going to use Llama 3.2. Now what are the models that I have? You can go to cmd and have a look at the models. So Ollama list, you can see I have these models installed on my local system. So I'm going to use Llama 3.2 latest. So this is the model that I've installed. How do you get the model? You can go to models here, and you can go to any of the models. For example, Llama 3.3. You can copy this code, Ollama run Llama 3.3, and you can paste it here and run this. So you can run this command, Ollama run Llama 3.3, and then you are going to get this model on your local system. So once you have that model, you can use this here in the code itself. So the messages is role is a user and content is this. I have two friends. The first is Ollama, 29 years old and busy saving the world. And the second is Alonso, 23 years old and want to hang out with me. Return a list of friends in the JSON format. Each friend should have a name, age, and is available field. So we are asking it to return in this structure where each friend should have a name, age, and is available field. Now format is a JSON here, and the options, we put a temperature of 0 here. So first try to get the response. I'm going to print the response as well. If the friend if is available is not available, then we're going to make it false, and then we're going to return the outputs here. We use this to run the main function here. So let's run the main function. I'm going to start with python main.py, and let's see the output here. So this is going to start up our own environment, our local environment. And as you can see here, we have the response data. You can see that it returned me true friends. So first is this friend, which is Ollama, age 29 and is available is false. And next one is Alonso, age 23 and is available is true. As you can see in this here, he is able to hang out with me, so that's true here. And Ollama is busy saving the world, and therefore we have false here. So this is the first example. Let's move on to the next example. Here we have the same thing, but I have increased the complexity to include 10 friends. So this is the entire content of the user, which is the prompt here. So I have 10 friends. The first is Alice, 25 years old, available for chat anytime. So like that, I have 10 friends here. Now I want to return a list of friends in JSON format. Each friend should have a name, an age, and an is available field. So same structure. So we start with the definition of this class, which will host each friend's output. Then friends is a list of friend info. Then we start up this model. We use llama 3.2, JSON temperature 0, and we just print it. So if by any chance age is not available, then we're going to replace it with none. For example, here, if age is not available in the output of the LLM, then we are going to say none here. So let's run this. This is python main1.py, and let's see the output if we can get 10 friends as we have inputted data for 10 friends. So as you can see, we have the info of 10 friends, and it's pretty much working with this local model that I have, llama 3.2. Let's move on to another example. Now this is another example where we can input the name of the country, and it's going to return me the name of the country itself, the capital, and the language that is used in that country. So again, same structure. We have this country class which inherits from the base class. We have a name, capital, and language. Then we start a while loop. So while true, we get the input from the user. So enter the name of the country you want information about, and type by to exit, and strip the spaces. So if country user dot lower, if our input is by, then it's going to print goodbye and break the loop. If not, then we can move forward. So response is chat, and message is this. So provide information about user country, which is this input that we give in the following JSON format. This is the format. So name is the country name, capital is capital, and language is language. The llama the model that we're going to use is llama 3.2. Format is JSON, and we're going to get the output and print the country here, the entire output here. Let's go and have a run and look at the output. So it's main4.py, and you can see it asks us, so what is the name of the country you want information on? Let's say India, and you'll get the output as name India, capital New Delhi, and languages is Hindi and English. So since we're using a while loop, it's going to respond, and let's ask about USA. And you can see United States of America, capital is Washington DC. The languages are so many: English, Spanish, Chinese, Tagalog, French, Vietnamese, Korean, and so many other languages. Another country, for example, Canada. we can see that it's Ottawa, and the capital is Ottawa, and the language is English and French. Let's go with France, and you can see the language is French here. So this is an example of structured output, very focused output. Instead of going all over the place, instead of getting the output in natural language, you are getting the output exactly like the outputs that you would get from any structured APIs. So you can create different service using this. You can create an API service which returns something in the form of the JSON structure. Another example, you can see that it has been integrated with the OpenAI kind of prompt. Or another thing is that it has been integrated for the OpenAI structure as well. So instead of using OpenAI API, you can use the base URL here as your local LLMs or local Ollama API here. And the rest of the structure is same that you would use for the OpenAI API, but you can just swap the base URL with your local model, and this is going to work perfectly. So this opens a path for working with the same code. You can work on both the APIs of closed models and the APIs or the locally hosted models as well. So for example, here we have the pet here. So each of the pet will have a name, animal, color, age, and favorite toy. And this is the pet list. So this is a list of pet, and this is the structure of a single pet. So we're going to start up. This is client beta, chat completion. This is the structure of OpenAI. And we have a temperature of 0. Model that you're going to use is Llama 3.2. Messages is role user, content is this. I have 2 pets. So the first is Luna and the next is Loki. And then we are going to print the response and see the output. So let's run this. Let's say buy in the earlier one. And now I can go ahead and say Python main 2.py. This will return me, hopefully, the name of the cat. What animal is it? So that's a cat. What is the age of the cat? That's 5. What's the color of the cat? That's gray. So we have already said that she has gray fur. And what is the favorite toy? She likes to play with yarn. So this is the favorite toy. The next is Loki, animal cat, age 2, color black, and the favorite toy is tennis balls. Okay. So this is how we have gone through different examples on how this structured output looks like, and hopefully you'll be able to integrate it into your own applications. Now this brings to the end of the video. You can check out other videos on my channel, like and share this video, join my Patreon, and I will see you next time.